bearing in mind. As I come in for the stack pass with Chris, if he's sitting forward like this, one thing I never do, and nobody was doing it, which is good, is come in underneath him in order to then try to lift him, because that's Guillotine City, population U. Not cool. So as I'm here, I shove Chris's head, I come underneath, boom, I land in position, my arm reached across to the far collar. Now I'm going to drive and walk my shoulder into Chris's ear. Notice my hips are coming out sideways. Two things that often kind of get jumbled here. One thing is, I try to kind of Donkey Kong the legs, and this is what I call Donkey Kong, where you throw them, and you try to settle on them. Alright? As I'm here, it's going to be very, very hard to throw Chris's legs and have them stay out of the way. I need to instead smear them out of the way. So, smear it nice and low, that'll get rid of them. And then make sure I land here. If I throw them, that implies what? Space. Distance. Space. And of course, my goal is going to be to eliminate that space to settle into a dominant position. Chris wants space. It's the guy getting smashed. That's like his favorite thing. Even if it seems like it's going to be advantageous for me, he's going to be able to use it for his benefit more than me, generally. So, as we're here, another nuance, something that happens. Sometimes Chris can kind of kick out, extend with his legs a little bit, and what happens here is people will stack, but they'll kind of stack off like this, and now Chris can shrimp or bump, or sometimes he can knock me over. Either way, we're ending up in a squirrely spot where I have to fight, rather than just nailing a dominant position. So as I come in again, knock Chris back, bang, from here, as I'm circling, I want my chest to settle right onto Chris's chest right away. So I'm not letting it settle on his stomach here, because Chris is going to push out from under my armpit and start making space, and I'm not really in side control yet. I'm probably not even going to get points. Instead, I want to land right chest to chest right away. Okay, and you'll notice I went right to north-south. You don't have to, but I recommend it. Here's the way I go about it. As I'm stack passing Chris, this arm is already across his neck. This arm is already under his hip. As I'm circling, this elbow drops to his far shoulder. This hand stays at his hip, and I walk my hips to a 45. I'm above Chris. It's referred to as a north-south variation. I think a side control variation. Hand at the hip, this arm over. My inside ribs, not these ribs. These ribs are going to be the heavy ones. So my right hip, my inside hip in this case, is dropped, and I'm settled. Now I got Kimuras. I can go back to side control. I can do what I want. I can wait for him to turn in, try to guillotine him, all kinds of different variations. I recommend going right to the north-south because your hands are there already, the variation most of you are doing. Okay, so that's a little detail added with the stack pass. Other than that, we'll go back to whoever was drilling initially, and we'll get right back to it, another fiber, okay?